Well, howdy there, Internet students. It's Mr. Hermanson again. Hey, this lesson is going to be focused on coming up with the equation, and then once we have the equation, we're going to use one of our methods to solve it. All right, so what we're going to do is read the problem and try to come up with an equation that represents the problem. All right, so listen to the words of this problem. It says one angle of a triangle measures f degrees. That'd be this one here. Looks like the smallest one. One of the other angles of the triangle is twice this size, so we're going to use the expression 2f for that angle. And the third angle is 3 times the smallest one. Okay, and so we're going to use the idea that there are 180 degrees in a triangle. So my equation would be the first angle plus the second angle plus the third angle totals 180. Okay, now what I'm going to suggest you do is simplify this equation and find the answer. Okay, so if you simplify that right, you got 6f equals 180. So 6 times some number is 180. Backtracking, 180 divided by 6 is 30. 30 is the smallest. This one's twice that, so 30 times 2 would be 60. And this one is 3 times the original, which would be 90. And notice that if you add 30 plus 60 plus 90, it equals 180. All right, let's try another one. It says a rectangular field is twice as long as it is wide. The fence around the perimeter of the field is 312 meters. So if I add this side, this side, this side, and this side, it equals 312. So I have to add all 4 sides for that. Okay, now if this side is W, then so is this side, because rectangles have the same on both sides. And it says the length is twice the width. So we're going to represent that with 2W, 2 times W. So these are 2 times W. So here's my equation, W plus 2W plus 2W. Okay, go ahead and simplify that and solve it. So since W equals 52, I found the length is twice that, remember? So 2 times 52 is 104. All right. This one we have to read the words and come up with an expression. It says 9 more than 2 times a number is the same as 11 less than 6 times the number. All right, so our first expression represents everything up to the word is. The word is the same as the word equal. So 9 more than 2 times a number. So let's do 2x plus 9 for that one. That's a plus sign there. And then for the other one, we are going to do go ahead and read after the word is, the same as 11 less than 6 times the same number. So that would be 6x minus 11. And we know that they're the same, so we're going to do 2x plus 9 equals 6x minus 11. Now on this one, since we have x's on both sides, we're going to have to use our new strategy, which is thinking of it as a balance. And so think of this as 2 boxes on this side plus 9 extra and 6x on the other one minus 11. So let's go ahead and take away those 2 boxes. Remember, whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other when you're taking away something. And once you get it to this point, now we can backtrack. So 4 times x minus 11. So times 4, and then minus 11 gives us our output, which is 9. So you're going to add 11 and divide by 4. That gives you 20 divided by 4 is 5. So x equals 5. And if you check that, 2 times 5 is 10, plus 9 is 19. And 9 times 5 is 30, minus 11 is also 19. All right, on this one, it says an internet music site called Our Tunes Are Your Tunes offers downloadable songs for $1.30 each for its members at an annual membership of $18. Another site called All Tunes offers downloadable songs for $1.75 each with no membership. How much would it cost to download 60 songs from each site? You could figure that out. I'll let you do that. So if you were to choose between these two, you would kind of have to know how many songs you're planning on buying, because you can see that that if you buy 60 songs, then this site is cheaper, but if you buy only 10 songs, this site is cheaper. So we're going to write an expression for both places. Okay, for All Tunes, it's just $1.75 times the number of songs. For the other site, it's $1.30, I believe, yes, times the number of songs you buy, plus an $18 membership fee. Okay, now what you're going to do is balance that equation to find the solution, and that solution will tell you the number of songs where it's the same for both. Go ahead and do that. So at 40 songs, it doesn't matter if you're going to buy exactly 40 songs, which site you choose, neither will be cheaper. But if you are going to buy more than that, then you want to go with the Our Tunes, and if you want to do less, then you want to go with the other site. Okay, I'm going to let you go ahead and try and fill this out, read the question, see if you can come up with an expression for each of those, and see if you can figure out how many they play. So the variable part is how many games did they play, so I'll let that be X. So, and each game costs $3 at Wecos and $2 for shoes, so that expression represents how much Mrs. Weiss paid, and Mrs. Whitmore paid $2 per game and $4 for shoes. And they both spent the same amount, which means they must have played 2 games each if you solve that equation. All right. Chris was moving to California, so he decided to rent a trailer. UCrawl will rent a trailer for $120 plus $55 per day. And Take and Go rents, they charge $80 but $65 per day. Okay, so go ahead and write the 2 expressions for the cost, and then an equation that will show that the costs are the same, and then figure out the number of days Chris rented the trailer for. Here's your answers. I'm just going to go through this one more, how you solve when you have the variable on both sides. You have to eliminate the variable one side, so there's like 55 bags on this side, 65 on this one. Let's just take away 55 bags from both sides. That gives you 10 bags left on this side, plus 80 equals 120. Now you can just backtrack. 120 minus 80 divided by 10 to get that 4. All right. You guys have seen this, so go ahead and write the equation and then solve it. Okay. Now, you guys, if we completely want to show our steps algebraically, what we can do is just, instead of, so here I would take away 2 bags from both sides, and then I would take away 2 blocks from both sides. Well, to show that algebraically, I'm just taking away the 2 bags here from both sides. That makes them, eliminates them from the left side, so now I only have 5. At this point, I can see the answer is 3 because 3 plus 2 is 5. But if you want to show the work, we actually took away 2 from both sides, 2 blocks, single blocks, and we ended up with x equals 3 when we did that. All right, so why don't you try one of those? Write the equation, see if you can show the work algebraically. I just want to show you how you can do this last step algebraically. We know that since it's 4 times x here, we're going to backtrack and do divide. Well, algebraically, I can show dividing by 4 like this. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. And 4 divided by 4 is 1x. Let's leave that 1 invisible. 8 divided by 4 is 2. All right. Let's try one more of those, see if you can get the equation and can solve it algebraically. So here's what I did again. I first eliminated 2 boxes from each side. So that looks like that algebraically. Take away 2x from both sides of the equation. Then I eliminated 3 blocks from both sides. So 3 of them. And so that algebraically is minus 3 from both sides. And what I was left with is 4 boxes equaling 12 blocks. So I want to split that into 4 parts. So I divide both sides by 4 here. And 4 divided by 4 is 1x. Again, I leave the 1 invisible. And 12 divided by 4 is 3. All right, well, that's all I got for you today. Go ahead and try some of those problems on the practice. If you have issues, you can message me. Other than that, we'll talk to you soon.